So going on to the website here, Campbell's website for the V8 juice, I just got the ingredients lists. So we've got here reconstituted vegetable juice blend, water and concentrated juice of tomato, carrot, celery, beet, parsley, lettuce, watercress, spinach, contains less than 2% of salt, vitamin C, ascorbic acid, natural flavouring, citric acid. Okay, so I'm just showing you the health benefits. It says that it provides, so vitamin A, apparently it's 2000% of your daily value, vitamin C 72%, calcium 4%, iron 4%. What else does it say here? Potassium 15%, sodium 27%. Ours will be lower because we're only just using natural sodium from the celery. Dietary fibre 8%, sugar 2 grams, protein 2 grams. Okay, so there we have it. This also tells you down here 100 calories or less per serving, 15 grams total carbohydrates or less per serving, 250 calories. Good source of vitamin A, C, low fat, lycopene. It says that that's the equivalent of a serving of vegetables, even though it's been it's concentrated and brought back to life again. What have we got here? Okay, so let's get on to the real fresh stuff. On close inspection, here we have our live V8 juice. So the ingredients in V8 juice are some leafy lettuce, carrot, celery, tomato, spinach, beets, and it did say watercress. I don't have any watercress, but because watercress is quite peppery in taste, I've substituted it with just a few bits of pepper there. That's optional, and it said it had citric acid in it as well, so I've got a bit of lemon there, and I'm just going to have a little bit of healthy fats in the way of avocado as a little snack to go along with my meal. So let's get juicing. Here we go, let's start with the carrots. I've not tried this V8 juice before. I used to absolutely obsessed with buying cans and cartons of the processed, well, the packaged V8 juice. Now, the problem with concentrated substances, like they say that it's been reconstituted vegetable juice with a blend of vegetable concentrates and water. So I'm not sure, I'm sorry if you already know all this, but like what actually happens in the concentration process is that the ingredients, like, so this is the same for like fruit juices and everything like that from concentrate as well. What happens is that wherever the actual produce is in the factory, they will basically boil it up and steam it until it's just the dry residue that's left, and then they pack the dry residue to wherever the processing part of the journey is, where they then reconstitute it by adding water back into it. So it's already been what happens whenever you add intense heat over 120 degrees to fruits or vegetables, it actually changes the structure of the enzymes, and it destroys the bioavailability of your produce. So it also turns, for example, see to have a raw bit of tomato, although it's a fruit, and it's got nice natural fruit acids. When tomatoes get heated up, then that changes and becomes a lot more acidic. Like, and then basically you're changing it from its natural state when you heat with high heat. So when you're actually heating to such an extent that you're just leaving the dry powdery residue behind, then you've got to question what sort of benefits you have left in the produce. So that's why I always make sure if I'm out at a supermarket or a shop and I do want to buy a packaged juice, fruit juice for example, then I'll try and find ones that say not from concentrate, and if you're really lucky, find one that's organic as well, which is pretty tough. And also the pasteurisation process that happens in most packaged fruits and vegetable juices, that's there to prolong the shelf life of the juice and kill any bacteria that's living in the juice, the produce while it's being shipped, etc. And that actually, again, that when you, I'll have to cut this bit, I've totally had a brain moment. Well, I'll see if I can get it back. Pasteurising. Okay, so that's, yeah, so when you're pasteurising, you're boiling. Okay, so that's another thing as well, is like you've got to think about that when you're drinking milk as well, is that it's been pasteurised, so it's been boiled to such an extent that it's changed a lot of its natural structure, and the body doesn't really recognise it. And that's why you find a lot of people when they drink milk or have dairy, that they'll have a lot of problems with their bowels, their stomachs, their intestinal tract, is because cow's milk, for example, is kind of made for calves to drink, and calves need it to drink when they're young, so that because it's got the it's got such a structure in it that it causes the calf to grow at such a rapid rate. So you can imagine that if a human drinks it consistently, then it can cause, it causes the body to get confused because it's not naturally meant for us. Saying that, apparently raw goat's milk is one of the kind of better things to drink if you're wanting to stick to dairy. I don't know how accessible that is, but yeah, raw goat's milk apparently is closer to compatibility with our own structure, and it's because it's raw as well, it's got all of the benefits intact. So there we go. So a wee bit about pasteurisation and concentrating. I forgot to put the black pepper in, so hey ho, I'll just put it on, sprinkle it on over the top of the juice. So just get my spatula. I'm a wee bit low on energy right now, finding it a wee bit hard to concentrate. Oops, so I do apologise. Wee bit flat, but I was fine all day. It's just been in the last hour. I must be needing another juice to pick me up again. So there's quite a lot of pulpy residue here, so I'll just squeeze it out. Now, juices can keep in the fridge between 1 to 2 days. When you're having the slow masticating juicer, which runs at a slow RPM, then it's because the nutrients are kept intact and they're not so oxidised by the high spinning fast blenders, which oxidises the cells of the nutrients. This type of juice with the slow juicer can last between 48 hours to 3 days, and with the centrifugal juicer it starts oxidising pretty quickly, so I wouldn't really recommend any more than maybe a day or 2 at the max, because at the end of the day you're drinking the juice to get nutrients out of it, and it would be a shame if you left it too long and the nutrient quality starts to diminish for you. So there you go, it's quite hard to squeeze it all out. I've got most of it out, so that'll do. Just got a wee bit of the pulp in as well, the pulpy residue. I'll just leave this here. Ooh, messy, messy, sorry. Hope you're all having a nice weekend. Just get this little pour test now. You ready? So here's to the natural V8 juice. If we can, we should always try and get back to basics and try and honour nature as much as we can, because we are our bodies are made of the same stuff. We are natural beings, and if we can get back to nature, then it should hopefully help our longevity. So, wow, look at this lovely colour. It's darker than a normal V8 juice, but very rich and beautiful. Look at that. I don't think I could have arranged that any more perfectly. So, chin chin, cheers. That's good. It's good. What I would do is I'm going to add that wee bit of black pepper in it, and I do think it does need that tiny wee bit of citric acid, which we get from the lemon. So just pour a wee bit in here. Oops. Give it a wee stir again. I get a wee bit clumsy when I get a bit tired, so I'm sorry. Cheers. Oh, that's more like it. Yeah, that really rounds up the taste nicely. So if you haven't got a juicer, go buy one, and if you haven't had a juice today and you've got a juicer, why don't you make one? or arrange to make a juice date for yourself soon. Okay, so lots and lots of love, and sending you warmest regards, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye!